Hello and welcome to today's reading. This reading will be for the Cardinal Signs. That's Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Um, we're just going to see what comes out for you guys. Clarify everything and see where it goes. First message being that I think you guys have been looking back on situations, people, just events of your life that I don't think were as satisfying as you would like for them to be, and now you're making this choice to leave those things behind. And I think it's mostly because you weren't being given like the emotional input or support, or something about your emotions were not being like acknowledged or validated or upheld, or something wasn't giving to you in this like intimate way, or that a person was being like this, holding back from you, and this became a lot for you to bear, very heavy, created a lot of responsibilities and burdens. You might have taken on a lot of the responsibility if this was with another person. um you could have just been the one that was bearing the weight of the connection. And ultimately, this is going to be some sort of wake up call for you, or some sort of reckoning for your past. Like, it's basically taking responsibility for your part and seeing where it's not your responsibility to take that when it's others. And I think that's really highlighting what is going to make you happy, what does make you happy, where you find your joy. Let's see what else comes out for you guys. All right, here we go. Moving past some sort of loss, regret, sadness, some heartbreak from the past, not allowing yourself to sit in your misery. Um, you really, the energy is like taking control, but not in a way where you feel like you have to control. It's like surrendering the outcome for the journey. And whatever this is, it's a positive movement forward. It could be actual travel too, but it doesn't have to be. It's just energetically, you are moving from being sad, depressed, um, looking back on past hurts. Instead, you are moving very positively and willfully forward into like, it's a new start that has something to do with maybe it's a new idea, or just like a spark of inspiration for you, or like something is really coming in quickly. Yeah, but you just need to get out of this mental trap of like, it's like overplaying scenarios in your head, and thinking about something all day, every day. Um, it's being so focused on the negatives and not seeing what you've gained from it. Very different speeds there. It's interesting. All right, we'll clarify this, see where this goes. This is Five of Cups. And this could be... both these energies might not be you either. But it also could be... I feel like there was a recent painful situation, and this got you kind of stuck in overthinking this way too much. Like you're ruminating over it. But I also feel like this has allowed you to really see maybe how others have taken too many liberties with you, have overstepped their boundaries, or overstepped your boundaries. Um, it's allowing you to move past betrayal and being stabbed in the back, being excessively hurt by something that you just held on to it for too long. But now that you were shifting this out, you can see that there is hope, there is light at the end of the tunnel, there is some sort of success or victory for you in this, something that's being noticed in some way by others. There's some admiration maybe for being able to keep starting, keep going. Like, let's see, what is this Five of Cups here? Mm, yeah, I feel like there was some deception, some lies, some dishonesty of some sort. I feel like maybe you had a person around you that kind of did something very sneaky in order to gain their own freedom. Like they told some sort of lie or they set something up in order to be able to free themselves or gain their independence. Or it could have been, it could be that you are maybe being more strategic about how you present yourself or go about things. Like you are making a plan. It's a very detailed, like, you're covering all your bases here. Like you're, but also doing it while, like, in moving in silence under the cover of darkness. Like you're maybe using this pain to kind of focus you in on a plan or some strategy to boss up, glow up, move to the next level, be better, do better, have better. All right, what is the Chariot here? Yeah, standing your ground because you are stepping into your own power. You are becoming who you genuinely are. You're um, taking care of yourself. You're being kind and compassionate to others. You are also showing that same grace to yourself. You're doing this maybe despite what others say or do or whatever backlash you are getting. You are moving from caring what people think about what you're doing, or you're like blocking yourself from this. And it might be also just mental. It might be just like beating yourself up a lot. Like your thoughts are intrusive, and instead of like allowing this, you are standing your ground to actually put in the work needed to be your genuine higher self. You are using your free will to choose to have the audacity, the integrity, the willpower to start over, start fresh, like start new. And you're doing this kind of quickly, or it's coming in fast for you. What is this Ace of Wands here? Yeah, it's something maybe you had tried at before that you feel like you missed out on. There's an opportunity for something that came around and it's back. And it's got something to do with your like rapid movement forward, your decision, your decisiveness in your movements, your action is, I want to put this like, you'd also be like receiving some sort of information intuitively to move forward, to make a decision to like move on something very quickly. Something to do with it's like communicate, or the way you're communicating. Maybe you're it's like standing your ground, having a plan, coming up with a means and a way to do things for you, do things on your terms, do things in the manner in which you would like to, for your best self, like for your best life, and you are deciding not to miss out on this anymore, basically. All right, let's see what this Eight of Swords is here. Ten of Wands in the world. Yeah, something you've held on to a lot of heaviness, baggage, like things that weren't even yours sometimes. Like, and this has been a difficult cycle for you to end. That whatever this was that you were holding on to, all of these like negative energies that are like clinging to you, you've not only are they clinging, but you held on to them. You held on to them and you thought about them and you allowed it to just take up space in your world for entirely too long. But now there's definitely a shift in this energy. You're coming to the close of this. This cycle is moving out for you and something new is definitely coming in. There might be some fear here about releasing the responsibility of something. But I almost feel like that's not necessarily true. It might be how you feel, but it might just be something of like being trapped in like a trigger cycle and feeling like the only way out of this is if you like fix it, but you don't have to do that all the time. Like you can choose to just put things down and move on. This one's someone here with a lot of ego, very confident in themselves and their ability. They think they like are very wise, but they could also be a person that just kind of keeps things to themselves, is very quiet. They don't share when they should. Or they, mm, is a person that feels like they use the silent treatment to hurt you a lot. They've done this a lot. This could be someone who feels like they're very powerful as well, can do a lot of things. They don't really realize that they're kind of operating from a lower level than what they think they are. And that's why they continue to hurt you. This is probably a person that you are connected to in some sort of karmic. But I also feel like while they might have used this tactic, this silent treatment, or this not sharing, this quiet to like betray you or like really, really hurt you in some way, it's allowing you to overcome something, see some sort of victory after dealing with it for a long time. And it might just be the fact of being in these types of situations with these types of people who have a lack of respect or don't have your best interest in mind. Like they just allow you to take on responsibility and burdens and they just kind of do whatever they want. Maybe the reason why you feel like there's still something that you're responsible for. Well, everyone has something that they have to own up to or take responsibility for, or like everyone has their part in every situation, every relationship, every connection that you have. You don't always have to be the person that shoulders that. You don't have to take that on. Like it's the responsibility of everyone involved for the health and longevity of interactions and connections and life in general. Maybe this is something that's finally you're gonna see. Something you're winning here. What is this? This just feels like very unhealthy attachment styles, like for the most part, and I'm not sure how we're ending with Six of Wands here. Maybe it's just the victory you're seeing, the thing that you are overcoming, the thing that you're seeing the success in is like healing this heartbreak, healing this sadness, this pain, this just trauma that you have been exposed to. You've been kind of fighting for a long time now. Like this has been an ongoing battle for you, and you're exhausted, but you're like at the very final steps of seeing this come in for you. And it's not like a person or a situation, it's like you being capable of healing and moving past hurt and pain and traumatic events and triggering situations. And it's also like you're being seen for something. Maybe people are recognizing that you are healing and moving into like positive things in your life. Yeah, with the Sun and the Six of Wands again on the bottom here. Yeah, you're definitely some sort of major victory here for you, but I feel like it's on like an emotional level, spiritual level, like you're leveling up in something that is centered around painful connections with people, painful circumstances. Like you're worried about releasing this, but you are releasing it. And when you do, there's a lot of like fast moving inspiration, new starts, like things just start falling into place and people are noticing this as well. All right, we're going to get one final message for you here. All right, what we got here? King of Swords, Eight of Wands, Judgment. Interesting. I feel like this is just a complete aside. There might also be a person that you want to speak to or that wants to speak to you. Like they want to communicate with you in some way, want to reconcile, want to like atone for the past. They want. They might also be a person that speaks very bluntly, coldly, sharply, kind of harsh. Like they may be a person that is more logical, not a person that speaks from their emotion. Also, something here. Hmm, is it like the think about the in between, an emerging of some sort? I feel like also that this. Yeah, there's a lot of messages definitely coming in. Either that or you're getting a lot of like intuitive downloads um, about situations from your past, like, and you're not reacting to these things emotionally anymore. You're looking at them with a very like sharp, clear point of view, and it's going to merge sides of you, or that's like two things are definitely coming together, but you're in the in between stage right now. Yeah, that definitely feels completely different from whatever's going on initially in this spread. But um, if you like the reading, please hit the like button. If you enjoy my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a reading. And as always, have a good day on purpose.